Picture this. You're halfway up a cliff, the rain's pelting your face, your muscles are screaming, and just when you think things can't get worse, the cliff decides it's hungry. No, that's not a metaphor. It literally tries to eat you. Welcome to Daggerheart Environment. Why environments matter. Here's the thing. A lot of GMs spend hours prepping encounters, NPCs, and world lore, and then the players walk into a random forest and say something like, "I search for berries," and suddenly all that prep is gone, because you're now winging it. But in Daggerheart, we've got this beautiful tool called an environment. It's like a cheat sheet for a location. Not a full dungeon map, not a scene-by-scene script, just the bones, the flavor, and the trouble it can cause, or the help it can give. The best part? You're not prepping solutions, you're prepping situations. You set the stage, the dice, and the players do the rest. What is an environment? An environment in Daggerheart is basically a stat block for a place or scene. And just like for adversaries, it's got a few key parts. Tier, type, difficulty, and potential setting, fear features, feature questions, and impulses. Let's break those down. Tier. Match it to your party's tier. Tier 1 is baby adventures with dreams in their eyes. Tier 4 is seasoned legends fighting horrors that can flatten mountains. Don't put your Tier 1 baker's apprentice in a Tier 4 lava chamber, unless you're making a point, and that point is to die by fondue. Type. There are 4 types and they tell you what the scene is about. Exploration, broad travel or investigation. Think we're wandering the forest, not we're climbing the cliff. Social. Cities, towns, political courts, taverns, minimal danger, unless someone mouths off to the wrong noble. Traversal. Focused, hazardous movement. Cliffs, raging rivers, bramble mazes. These bite back. Event. A special happening, like a cult ritual, a festival, or a town's annual throw the goat competition. Don't ask. Actually, ask. That's a story. Difficulty. This is the target number for rolls when the environment fights back, or offers rewards. The playtest gives you a baseline by tier, but GMs tweak it up or down by 1 if they want things softer or nastier. Some GMs even balance difficulty with damage. Lower difficulty, higher damage. Higher difficulty, lower damage. It keeps players guessing. Keep it thematic. Don't throw pirates into a desert unless you've got the storytelling chops to explain it. And if you do, please send me the session notes. Fear features, feature questions and impulses. Alright, let's talk about one of the spiciest tools in the GM kit, the fear feature. This is your environment's signature move. Not a background hazard, not a mild inconvenience. This is the drop everything, things just got real button. Example, tunneling terror. You spend a fear, and an acid burrow blast up from beneath the party. We're talking rock shrapnel, ground shaking, everyone scrambling, and because this is a fear feature, the burrow doesn't wait its turn politely. It immediately takes the spotlight and drops its earth eruption, like it's been waiting for this moment all day. You don't throw these out every session. Fear features are dessert, not breakfast. Use them when you want the scene to suddenly flip, from we're fine to we're in deep trouble. Feature questions. Each feature can also come with a couple sneaky questions. These aren't for the players, they're for you. They're like little story grenades you can pull the pin on whenever you need. Let's stick with the acid burrower. The question might be, what ancient tunnels has this creature been using that no one else knows about? What's been buried here so long even the locals forgot exists? Now you've got your hook for treasure, lore, or even adversaries waiting in the dark. The feature's not just an action, it's a doorway to more story. Impulses. Environments have impulses, not like sentient desires, but the natural way they try to push and pull anyone inside them. Think of it as the location's bad habit. A mountain pass wants to shake you loose. A royal court wants to trap you in obligations you can't escape. A cursed library wants you to read something you shouldn't. Once you know the environment's impulse, improvisation gets 100 times easier. Whenever you're unsure what happens next, just ask yourself, what would this place try to do to them right now? Potential adversaries. Here's the fun part. Your environment doesn't have to work alone. Most environments have their own potential adversaries list. Troublemakers, beasts, or lurking horrors that naturally show up there. Take the raging river. It's not just fast water trying to drag you under. It might also have a bear, claiming this stretch of river as its hunting ground. A glass snake waiting to strike from below, or jagged knife bandits, and it's not just 1 or 2, but all their charming friends, Hexer, Kneebreaker, Lackey, Lieutenant, Shadow, Sniper. You don't have to throw them all in at once. Sometimes a single threat changes the whole mood of a scene, but if you keep your picks thematic, the environment feels alive. Building the meat of an environment. Okay, so you've got your tier, your type, your difficulty, and your baddies. Now you add your flavor with features, passives, reactions, and actions. This is where the fun begins. Passives. Passives are the default vibe of the location. In social environments, these might help the players advantage on presence rolls if they woo the crowd, discounts if they grease the right palms. In traversal environments, passives are often a problem. Maybe the toxic pollen in the meadow forces strength rolls or you take a stress. Maybe you need a countdown to climb the cliff before your arms give out. Passive tells you what's also true about the place. Reactions. Reactions trigger when the players do something specific. Fail a roll in the court, gossip spreads and now you're the foreign barbarian who eats soup wrong. They're usually small penalties, a stress mark here, a lost item there, but they can be beneficial too. Maybe lightning incense in the hallowed temple turns fear rolls into hope. Reactions make the world feel alive. Actions. Actions are where you, the GM, get to swing the story hammer. There are two kinds. True actions, no fear token cost, can happen anytime. This could be summoning an NPC for a tense conversation, triggering environmental hazards, or even letting the players find something rare. Fearful actions cost a fear token, and always hit the players hard. Think ambushes, sudden damage, or spawning adversaries mid-scene. You can twist these to match the scene's tone. True actions can still be bad. Progress countdowns. Progress countdowns are your tension machine. They can be part of a passive, 3 checks to climb the cliff, or an action, stop the ritual before the clock runs out. They're not just timers, they're stakes. Every tick changes the scene until the goal is reached, or the disaster lands. The golden rule. And here's my favorite part. Environments aren't just here to hurt the players, they can help them too. A bustling marketplace have pickpockets, but also that one vendor with that exact magic trinket they need. A temple that might test their resolve, but bless them if they pass. Danger and opportunity should live side by side. My GM rules for making killer environments. Here's what I keep in mind when I make them. Start with a cinematic image, the scene that plays in your head. Layer in thematic danger, hazards or challenges that fit the location. Add 1 or 2 potential rewards, something for the players to discover or earn. Keep it flexible, don't overmap. Let the scene evolve from roles and choices. Make it personal. Tie hazards or opportunities to players' backstory. Why I love this system. Environments in Daggerheart turn locations into characters. They react, they reward, they punish, they breathe. And unlike fully scripted encounters, they keep you flexible. You're not railroading, you're giving your players a living stage and letting them dance, stumble, or burn it down. So next time you prep, don't just make a place, make an environment, and then see what it does. And remember, the cliff isn't your enemy, unless it is, in which case, maybe don't stop for berries. Stay spicy, adventurers.